Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hey, how y'all doing? It's old Scab here. Today we're doing the SK5 blade steel SRK from cold steel. That's the sheath. There's the knife. And we're doing the Tonto, TANTO, however you say it, don't really care. But before we do all of that, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. We're going to talk about it every video. If you don't like it, don't watch the video. I don't say that meanly, but vets is where my heart's at. And guys, you are welcome here. We love you here. You have a place here. And thank you so much for your service. Not only that, your sacrifice. I respect the hell out of it. Now, we back to blue over here. I know that ain't always popular, and you'll get over it. We sport live. How you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you're an addict, never quitting. Stay in the fight. Well, guys, here's the deal. I've had this Tonto for quite a while. Now, I know Lynn brought the modern Tonto back. Got it. I've got over 80 pieces of cold steel. I'm a fan. I like stick guy. I like the whole deal. But here's the deal. They don't pay my bills, okay? I'm not beholden to anybody. So this ain't going to be a cold steel worship video. There's plenty of guys online you can get that from. That being said, I love this knife. And obviously, I love a lot of their products, or I wouldn't own over 80 pieces of it. I've not always been a huge Tonto fan. Here recently, I've taken to it more and more. And it's because of this knife right here. I'm just going to be honest with you. Also, I know SK5 is not a super steel, quote unquote, or any kind of quote. I know it's in no way, shape, or form such, but I know that I like it. I've got a SRK version in SK5. I've also got one in CPM 3V and V1, and I'm going to tell you something, guys. I just enjoy the SK5. It's easier to sharpen. Now, here's why I'm doing this video. Everybody knows that I keep my choppers at a 25-degree edge bevel. So, I'm in the process of changing some of them over to 20-degree edge bevels. This is a 25-degree, so we're doing this video, and then probably Saturday will probably be like my next cutting video, maybe tomorrow, but probably Saturday. By then, I'll have time to convert this over to a true 20, and we're just going to compare, see what I like better. Now, y'all see this thing is a slicey, dicey machine. It did really, really well. Now, before this, I had sharpened it up, oh man, a month or two ago, and every now and then I'll get it out and play with it. Now, all I did before this test was a little bit of stropping just to kind of dress up the edge. And the thing about it, guys, is this. One of the big reasons that I love this knife, not only is the steel, but it's the handle size. All right, it's got plenty of room for my big ass hand. Now, my fingers aren't large, but the maul of my hand is. I'm the most weird built individual you'll ever find. I've got a big maul part of my hand, and it takes up a lot of room. So, I am in love with this handle. Now, it's the cold steel makes up a name for everything. It's the rubber stuff, rubberized stuff. Y'all know better than I do what it is. But it is comfortable on the hand. Now, we did a little bit of chopping, a little bit of slicing, a little bit of batoning, a little bit of Donnie B all day test. We got a little bit of everything in there. Now, right here, you can see them shavings just flying off of there, son. This right here is an older, well, it ain't an older piece. It's a greener piece of cherry. And so it's doing pretty well right there. I mean, it's cutting off bark, so, you know, it is what it is. Look at old Scab there. Got the azaleas in the background. Cinematographic genius there. All right, guys, the handle on this puppy is about 4 3/4 inches. Now, I know that because I've got a tape measure out, tape measuring it. So, you know, I know everybody's going to argue with that because that's, you know, apropos of the day. But ain't much you can argue with there, son. All right, the blade is 7 inches with a cutting surface of about 6 3/4. So now, that's tip to top of ricasso. So I realize we got to factor in for the Tanto there, and I'll let y'all do that. Not really my forte. So here's the Donnie B All Day drop test. My good friend from the north end, Donnie B All Day. Now, this shows the balance of the knife. It actually threw pretty well too. Y'all know that old Scab's been known to miss a time or two, but this one did really well. Now the thickness on this bad boy is 3/16. Again, I got my tape measure out. It does go down. Well, let's look down here at the end. All right, it's 3/16 at the end. Now, it comes in to a point. So I don't know if you consider that a distal taper, because it's 3/16 thick all the way down till about, I don't know, man, a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch from the point. So I don't know if you can call that a distal taper. Somebody smarter than I certainly can handle that. But 3/16, son, that's pretty dang thick. It's an enclosed tang. I believe it's a full tang. I may be incorrect on that. I know it's enclosed. I know the magnet goes all the way to the bottom, but now it could be skeletonized. I'm not real sure. Next video, I'll try to get a little more in depth on that. This was just an introduction. Like I said, too, here's a little test to kind of test the tip. No, I'm not going to go side to side with it because I don't want to bend. I mean, it's my knife. Which brings me to an interesting point, guys. These knives that you see me test, yes, people send me knives. Keith Carpenter sent me one, that SP53, and Keith, I'll get that back to you hopefully this weekend, my guy. If not this weekend, middle of next week, I'll get it back in the mail. And I appreciate you doing that. Keith's also sending me some more condors, which I'm ecstatic about. And my guy Mikey sent me a bunch of pocket knives, which I'm going to do a little riding with Scab later on and show you one of them, because I've got one that I fell in love with that he sent that I've been using at work. There's some feather sticking. Old Scab feather stick ball one. Look at that throw, son. Look like a knife throwing guy. Now, I put these, this is after some chopping and playing in the woods. Cut it in 12" here. Look at that 12". I just want to show you that we do have a decently, moderately sharp blade. About stabbed myself right there. You can always count on Scab to hurt himself at some point in the video. Now. Y'all see it just kind of blowing through. So the edge held up good. I've got no problem with 25 degrees. I just like knives that are super duper sharp. I love the Scandi grind. But for this one, I'm going to take it to a 20 degree and just test it out. At 3/16 thick, it'll take some time to get it there. We'll totally reprofile the blade, and then we'll do some of these same tests. Now, the core bottle was thicker. I did not go all the way through it. It gashed the shit out of it. And of course, there's, there you go, Scab here. Now, here's the brilliance of Scab. I'm going to show you the sheath again because, I've already done it once, but then I'm going to show you against the black shirt. Brilliance personified, son. Got my little suspenders on there. Getting ready to go at it, son. Well, here we go. We're going to do this test and then a couple paper cutting tests. Now, I love this series of knives. I also have 2, if not 3, SRKs, and they will be coming up soon. There you go, show a black knife against black shirt. I need to take Jared's lead from NEEVES knives and wear gray shirts. That would be a lot better. And hey, if you guys aren't following him, it's Jared and Kara over at NEEVES knives. I'll put a link in the description below. Man, that dude knows his stuff. He does a lot of pocket knives. He does a lot of reprofiling of the blades and fixing blades, and very, very knowledgeable. And their interaction is awesome. Well, guys, listen, we're coming on down to it, son. We're old Scab's got to get on the road and get to work. I love y'all. God bless y'all. NEEVES Knives is my shout out for the day. My boy Mikey said it best. He said, you know, Scab, everything is going to be all right. Never surrender, never give up. I'm going with Mikey on that. Well, listen, I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.